Hi everybody, you have found what to play next, bringing everything that is awesome in gaming. We are doing a Shadowrun. Shadowrun is awesome. We have the recent D&D movie. It's based off the Saturday morning cartoon, so if you aren't super familiar with Dungeons and Dragons and you want to watch that, it does a great job of laying everything out. It's modular, and then you role play, so that's basically all there is to it. Coyote's Crusade, a cluster of dilapidated buildings where Coyote told you to meet her, appears in the remnants of public housing project. Buildings look like a cesspool filled with human debris. You find her standing with Paco on a street corner, eyeing the roofs, the doorways, the windows. Despite his attempts to engage her, she barely says a word as the three of you weave your way through tenements. She walks purposefully, her new cyber hand flexing open and closed with each step. It's not sure whether or not the action is voluntary, so it might be a nervous tick. Circle around the back of a building, and Coyote jumps up, grabs the bottom rung of a fire escape ladder, and pulls it down. Without a signal, she starts to climb towards the roof. Paco looks at you worriedly and starts up the ladder. So you go and you save this girl. She's a bartender / whore. She was running a job for her old boss, who used to keep her strung out. And she left part of her face a mess because she lost the job. So we think that that's like a signal of, her regret. She needed to do it. It was a crime boss. Thanks for meeting us, jerk. I owe you one. I went by one of my old hacker handles. I'm not a hacker. I just know my way around computers extraordinarily well, so sometimes I put part of myself in a book, and that was the jerk. He's, I forget what they call it in this. It's exactly what I do, where I can front end anything. No sweat. I figure you could use the backup. Maybe I can find a way to make this pay off. No sweat. I figured you could use backup. Yeah, you never know what sort of firepower to expect from one of these BTL squads. People just like to drop their computers on your desk when they know that you're good with them. They just like break it and drop it on your desk. Coyote, she brightens. Oh, hey, listen, I got good news for you. You know Sam's sister Jessica? One of my contacts found her for me while you were on your way here. I called her and asked her to meet you at the Union later today. Hope that helps. So we're investigating a murder of our friend, and he actually dropped us a good chunk of change in his will to do so. But I didn't need your help. I told you to know. Good job, thanks. We tend to be really positive. We want to get as much, we want to see as much of the side stories as possible. Least I can do. Let's get this done. My cousin Gino should be in one of those spots past the door up ahead. Here, there's a whole lab set up in there. From my experience, there's usually a lookout watching cops outside and a guard on the inside door. I don't know how much firepower to expect, but these guys are nasty. Stay on the guard. You want to get in, grab Gino, get out. So you always run a job. It's always that you're on a job. You're a mercenary. Right behind you, babe. Let's do this. And you just upgrade and upgrade until you can finally take down the people that you want to be taking down. We are dealing with a serial killer, so it's going to be a tough fight. And you kind of have to level up to it. So you let the story slow you down. You just don't get worried about that. BTL Clocker. Orc looks twitchy, his eyes rolling in his head. So we're forward in time, and humanity's various and sundry tech upgrades were leaky and janky, and they caused mutations. Things like people's jaws going wrong got labeled as orcs, people becoming overly muscular and ugly were trolls, but people who stayed the educational route were able to make themselves beautiful. They wound up elves. So that's how they handled that. It's very cyberpunk. Looks past to see if there's other. Licks his lips and nods throughout as if going through some sort of internal checklist. Hoi hoi, how you doing? Good day for a trip, ain't it? She leans in and whispers in ear. This guy's a clocker. Trades work time for chips. Part salesman, part lookout. Probably has a signal device for the guys inside. So they experience dreams or reality through these chips, and it kind of filters their experience. You want to go on a ride? You sell BTLs. What kind of rides can I go on? Can I get in? Don't you think you're hurting people? So you can be a vigilante. You can be a liberal. Go for it. See what happens to you. What kind of rides can I go on? We got it all of it. We got it all. Yeah, what you want to do? Gonna do some crime? Gonna be bad? We can hook you up. Don't roll that way? Want to be hero? Be hero. Got fairy tale direct charmer's love. You name it. You can slag and frag your heart's content. It's a real thing, ain't it? Slagging and fragging. Don't matter what trip is, as long as there's slagging involved. Coyote's eyes are hard. People's tight little pinpricks of hate. You do snuff too, don't you? Hate cocaine. So I'm from a city, and it's like just part of life where you just see what it does to people at the bottom. The clocker looks around more nervous now. Maybe for the right price. You can feel it, what it's like to die, what it's like to kill. Sell BTLs. Yeah, Chemero, yeah, better than life. Definitely better. Dream chips. Mine better. Slim stim. Sim sense without peak limits. High octane intensity. How do I get in? It's the best part. It's the best part, Slab. They test the new stuff here. How to struck. You can place a special order, they'll make it happen. Buy a pass card from the guy at the door. It'll get you in and out anytime you want. You can buy a beetle and slot right here. Our guys guard you while you're chipping. Safest way, chummer. Safest way. So, man. Probably see lots. So he's expecting that we'll mess around and get addicted. These places are just absolute slums. The people got so hooked as people on meshing, on running the internet as though it were real life. And then, you know, it hooks to all your terminals and so on and your real world experience, that essentially they experience something similar to VR as they process conversations and, you know, data and education and that sort of thing, where you could just see more than what was actually there. So there's a shamanic bent. We did run into a shaman in the last episode. And there's also a very, you know, scientific bent, depending on how you want to handle that. Consider a woman. The woman is probably in her 30s, but hard times have aged her. She looks at you with concern. Don't do it, friends. Don't slot that drug they're selling. BTLs are killers. There's most of all. Seems like you know that from experience. Do you have a pass card? Any chip heads? We're looking for a kid named Gino. Who doesn't? He's here all the time. Gino's a clocker. Trades his time for chips like a little errand boy. So I'm going there this morning. He hasn't come out. I imagine he's riding a dream chip. It's heartbreaking. It would seem like it's, you know, less damaging than heroin, but it's got to be a similar sort of thing where just everything is better and then also you're daydreaming. You sound like you know from experience. I have a degree in psychology, if you're wondering. If you're wondering where the data is coming from. Do you have a pass card to get in here? No, but Jamal has my son's card. Took it off and when his brain fried. Jamal's down the hall. Yeah, it's so experimental. You don't know if he'll give it up. That's between you and him. Gotta go. So go find this guy named Jamal. I don't like to get too involved with somebody who might hurt me physically like that, who's in distress. It just doesn't seem wise. Charlie's an orc with an expression of boredom and one milky eye. Need a pass? 50 yen, 150 for a lot of you. BTL chips. Sucker punch him in his blind eye. My goodness. So we can just go through. We could talk to Jamal. He sounded like he had a pass. Okay, so that locks that. So I had the side quest available. I kind of didn't want it. I don't need to track down somebody else's kid when I'm trying to save somebody. You know, like that's something that I would do if I were just running a merch mission, see if I could pick up a babysitter, that sort of thing. But there's certain things that just don't jive right when you're dealing with the underground, where you can get in some serious trouble with get caught between the law and crime when you're not actually doing anything wrong. The entire floor of this tenement has been given over to the chaos of technology and squalor. Across the room, a chromed-out Decker argues loudly with an armed thug, abruptly falling silent as they turn towards you. That's what happened to Coyote. She had to mess up her own face because she wasn't willing to risk hurting her family, the seamstress's union. So she just left herself ugly. Shotgun-wielding thug squeals in panic. It's the crew that took out Stevie J's place. I told you it was only a matter of time. That was where we went and got her. Basically, the job went sour, and we went and dug her out. Man with the cyberdeck calmly speaks with heavy digitized voice. You messed with the wrong BTL lab, oh. This is a Yakuza operation. With push of a button, I can make these tweakers into my own personal killer puppets. You're fragged. I wouldn't take the Yakuza, but if some dude's gonna claim to be them and make puppets, that doesn't bother me. The jerks don't attack any of the chip heads. They don't know what they're doing. You could hurt Gino. No civilian casualties. Got it. Ouch. I have a concussion grenade, but I'm fragging tweakers if they get caught in the middle. So this guy's threatening us with civilians. I would normally pop whatever moves. I'm glad that they kind of gave me the lay of the land. You don't generally get that, you know, sort of leisure. If you get rushed, you pretty much have to defend yourself. But if you go in with somebody who knows the place, then they can kind of, you know, let you know. Yeah, we're literally just trying to take these people out. It's going to be a nasty fight. One of us will likely get dropped. So that's unfortunate. You know, you take the good with the bad. Out of ammo. Are you serious, JP? Kneecap reduces single shot. Can we reload? Can you do that for me? Good. I walked into this out of ammo. That is unfortunate. Coyote, I really just kind of needed more from you. Thank you. Let's see if we can get the Yakuza Decker. Not enough AP. How about Chiphead? Alright, we're falling. Spraying and praying here. It's kind of a far shot. When I get around the coyote, I think I'll have to move up. I have such good cover behind these boxes, I hesitate to do it. Great. He did. This dude is gonna give me a problem. That, I think, is a civilian. So, yeah, they got the civilians pouring in now. We might have to close just because. Get a little bit more in the way of, Alright, so we'll move up to here. See if I can get a line on him. And his sight is blocked. I've got some wires I can work with, so that's rough. Oh, that guy's gonna have heavy HP. Out of ammo. We gotta reload again. This is a brutal gun. Good, like, get some good distance on, but... Can you please get down, please? I'm asking you, this chick, she's determined to die. It's like a real thing for her. I'm not worried about people throwing punches. Thankfully, these people are barehanded. We're pretty loaded. I got some good... We wound up with a really good doctor. So it's pretty important. In the last run, they tracked the enemy's turn up here. Ooh, snag me a good one. That's unfortunate. Friendly fire. Paco, you know, I don't like you. And I'm not going to apologize for that. So I'm just not going to lie about it. Paco is hilarious. He runs in with a baseball bat and, like, friggin' just goes to town on these people. Will we please drop this jerk and have done with, you know? Ooh. That's, yeah, it's just gonna have to take him out. That is not a civilian. There is no way. The turn base is cool. I'm glad with the hexagonal. They've started adding things like cards for an element of, I want to say an element of surprise, but like just this extra element of chance. You know, oh god, I hit Paco again. This is like the worst thing. Thank you. Get to that VTL computer. Can you get to the VTL computer? Can you do that for us? Better than life database. Forcibly end the puppets. So we can knock out the civilians. That's security. So we're gonna point blank him. Didn't drop him. You know, if they have one hit point, they can still end you. That's rough. Ugh. We're gonna start scraping cities. I ended your program. Why are these people still going? So this is always interesting in a Shadowrun. We'll have a little bit of dialogue afterwards, and we'll basically, what she'll do is hook me up with my next contact, so I'll be able to move the main plot forward where I'm trying to track down this, you know, the serial killer. He's in organ running. So what he does is Typhoon Yakuza Mage. Buddy hell. Come here, sweetie. Out of ammo. I can close, or I can reload. I might as well reload. Paco's pretty badly wounded. I'm not really interested in losing him. What's this thing? A shaman? Not enough ammo. Can reload. I hear them reload free, and then I would swear that they don't do it, you know? Am I out? So yeah, so we'll be able to close in a little bit on the serial killer, who's our ultimate mission. Presumably at the end of that, then, you know, Shadowrun Return ends, because we've collected our final. And then what they have is DLC, as we know it, or add-ons, you know. Suppose is the other way to say that. That's Paco. That's Typhoon. Am I gonna hit Paco? Who knows? What the heck is this thing? Just drop you. When did that pop up in front of me? I love how I'm talking and I just don't pay attention. Just baseball bat this guy out of commission. Generally, if you close with a mage, it's considered that, like, it gets in the way of their spell casting, but I don't know if they're gonna stay with that, even though it's canon in D&D. Alright, dropped him. I try to get as few, like, down to as few of them as possible. It's just my fighting strat. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be stopping them. Hit them instead, critted me. That's a fair. Missed and hit him. So, a lot of ammo. Reload. Try for the Typhoon. Pretty much have to stay behind cover. I mean, this thing is brutal. That Yakuza mage is mean. I'm not, like, not really doing damage here. Take him with a gun. Not enough ammo. I love how I have to reload, like, right in the middle of a fight here. He's gonna try for me. He's probably gonna miss. He's relatively impotent. Oh, of course he healed himself. Of course he did. Oh! Drops me. I better fall back. Mission failure. Interesting. So I'm gonna have to run it again. Obviously we'll get through to the end and then I'll get my next little bit of information. So, Coyote's Crusade. Interesting little, you know, like I said, it's very modular, so it's a mini quest to take you to an area. You explore that area to see if you can get the serial killer. So, link in the description below. Also down there is Gamer Grind. Gamer coffee shipped to your door. You can get your logo on merch for like nothing bucks. We got ours off of 5R. I absolutely love it. So it's the coolest. At this point, you can actually go and explore other storylines, so that's really cool. So it's a fun way to, you know, just kind of pick up a little bit more if you do have to rerun a mission. It happens every once in a while. Let's see. Just let me in. It's one that lets us in. And then we can go on through and just run it again. So you just basically grind, and it's a lot less grindy, even though it is modular, until you get, you know, the correct ending. So, really fun game. Link in the description below. Also down there is Gamer Grind, Gamer Coffee shipped to your door. What else is down there? KOFI, buy this chick a coffee, $1, make me smile. Down there we joined Patreon. So you can join the tribe, find out about, you know, gaming way back in the day, movies, TV, fantasy, sci-fi, anything indie that did or didn't succeed. We've been there for it. So, really kind of a cool way to explore the backdrop with us, or if you just want to support us and support, you know, the arts and indie and that sort of thing. Really, really cool setup. So we love you guys. Definitely smash the subscribe. So if you're following, you know, for instance, this one, if you're interested in the Shadowruns and what they do, this is a really cool way to, you know, keep up on that. If you're a little bit more interested in just following gaming in general, we cover a lot of indies so that you can see, you know, how they bring things to the table and what they bring to the table. Because they're two completely different things. So smash the subscribe, smash the button, you know, and then just find out what's up. It's a lot of fun. We love you guys. We love that you're always along for the ride, and we'll see you in the next video.